and welcome to the Commanding Life podcast. I am Rachel. Thank you for joining me. As you know, my mantra is when you align with who you are, you flow to what you want most. And I'm about to get into a great conversation with a guest, Miss Jackson.
How do you move from, I'm trying to remember how you phrased it, saving people to supporting people? Like, because I've, poured out so much into everyone else because I want to help. I want to be there for them. I want to be that good friend, that good, relative, whatever. And I I don't want to be a rescuer anymore. I want to be able to support them and allow them to rescue themselves.
So I will answer that by saying, in your wanting to help them, you want them to be better, right? Guess what? You cannot be better for them. They have to be better for themselves. So, in recognizing that I want you to be better, I have to give you the trust, the belief that you can make the decisions on your own to be better for you because I'm not chewing your food, right? Like I'm chewing my food. So you could ask me for advice. I could be there. I could show up. I could be present. I could do whatever. But the ultimate decision for someone to save themselves is themselves. There's nothing you can do for me to not chew my food, whether I like it or not like it. Does that make sense? You could try your best to pry the food out of my mouth. You turn your back, I'll put it in my mouth, right?
Mhm.
Like, there's nothing you can do. Every single individual soul that has been carnated is responsible for their soul. They're responsible for that's why when people talk about falling in love, it's like your daughter. You could want the best for her. You cannot be with her 24/7, 365. As parents, we are here to teach them the tools to thrive. We are not to be involved in their thriving. When we both were 18, 19, 20, 21, we lived, we made mistakes. We all had boy or girl problem. You understand what I'm saying? We all had to go through the rotten apples to find the good one. We all had to figure it out, no matter what someone taught us or not taught us. So your job is to prepare her. A lot of parents don't like this, for your death.
Mm.
That's your job. You're preparing her for life. You're preparing her to be resilient. You're preparing her to love herself despite what outside tells you. I always tell my kids, you got to love yourself, like yourself before the world tells you how to love yourself and like yourself, right? So your job is to prepare her for when it's time to make a bad decision. Is she going to make a bad or a worse or a good decision? You cannot make that decision for her. It is her decision. So your job is to prepare her by being as open, because I had this conversation with my mom, and she was talking about the grandkids. She's gonna be mad I said this, doing something. I was like, well, you did that when you were kids. You did that with us when we were kids. And I feel like when we get older, and because we're not out there doing the things that are age group, it's like younger people are doing the worst. Like we did that, right? So your job is to prepare her to face the worst and make the best decision she can in that moment. And a lot of us protect them, and I'm not a child psychologist, from all these bad things, but how is she going to be prepared for real life if you're not having the conversation or the dialogue? Or, and that does not mean you're going to, it has to be age appropriate, right? Right, but it's like you still have to let her know mommy makes you feel safe, but not every adult will make you feel like that, and understand adults are different. So when they go out when she goes out into the world and she is like, my home was safe, and you go a place and you're unfamiliar with unsafe, she's not prepared for that, right? So that's all it is. It's you're emotionally intelligent. She needs to be emotionally intelligent, and she needs to express herself, like you said, in her version, in her way. And that's all it is. All you have to do is to prepare her to make the best decision she can in the moment. It may not be the smartest, you know what I'm saying? But it's the best she can in that moment. And that's it. Because you're going to be 99 calling her and she'll be giving you advice. Mommy, because I do that with my mother now. Like, because we're always unlearning something and growing and figuring it out. We're all of us. So, and trust her. The best thing you can do for a child is trust them, because you know what that builds within them? Trust. And when you're not listening to that part of you that says don't do something, you're not trusting. So how do you, I've done this with my sister, how do you expect your child to trust you if you don't trust yourself? How do you teach trust if you don't trust yourself? So everything you want her to be, you have to be it. Everything. Everything. I want her to love herself. I want her to be confident. I want her to not fear. But you're talking about, oh, I'm so like, I'm not gonna, you're not decisive. You know what I mean? So again, everything you want her to be. That's why God gave you her. She's showing you your possibilities. But guess what? You can live your possibilities and not project your possibilities onto her. Because that's what you're doing. I want her to be the best. I want her to be the best. How do you think she learns to be the best? From the best. And who's the best right now? The best mommy? You. She learns from the best. So you have to be your best. I chew my food. And if she sees me chewing my food well, she learned from the best. If she sees me being happy, there's a clip floating around where someone says, and I'm not sure if this is correct, that the happiness of children is determined by the extent of their mother's happiness. I don't know
Oh
if
my
it's
gosh, I think I
scientific.
saw that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's scientific, but when I think about it, right, it's like when you're dancing with her, you're showing her, forget other people. You're showing her something different. So now, every day, how do I want to feel? I will say, I know this, I've lived this. When my ex left, when my ex-husband left, and I decided that I started doing it for the children. I said, I refuse to show them failure. I chose to show them resilience. I did not want them to think that something goes bad in your life, you give up. So I showed them the best of me. And it wasn't the easiest, but every day I got up, And it's like, how do I want to feel today? As a matter of fact, that's the one of the first questions in the journal. What you thankful for and how do you want to feel? In the Commanding Life Journal, how do you want to feel today? People don't ask that. When you're watching the podcast, the episode with Roxanne, she has been a client for the last 10 years, is a testament, because she said it in there. She said, you taught me to ask myself how I wanted to feel every day. And her journey has been 10 years. And she's in such an amazing place, a confident place. And it's like a lot of people don't see how well they're doing. It's like how you see yourself. It's like it's in after we had the conversation, and I'm gonna have to edit all of this. After we had the conversation, she said, thank you for showing me how far I've come. Because I was there the first time we did, she was angry, and it was such an amazing episode. But it took her 10 years to see herself. 10, 11 years we've been doing it. 11 years to see yourself. So it is a journey. It's not like you're going to see yourself tomorrow. But remember, everything we go through is always helping us unlearn what we've learned, and it's a process. So it's not like you're going to see yourself tomorrow, but it's just the little things here and there. It's just like you said, it's a muscle. And you'll be 99 like trying to figure it out. But if we focus on how we want to feel, we'll actually enjoy the other how many nines of years that we'll be experiencing. So yeah, just how do you want to feel? That's what she did every day. How do I want to feel? And don't say, and then think about, you said something. If I journal, I put it aside and I don't get to myself. You're teaching her that as well. Excuse me. That
Well, no,
I
I'm
don't.
actually trying to teach her the exact opposite. If she's having a feeling, I let her have her feeling. Sit in that feeling, let it flow through, and we can talk when you're ready to move on. Like I am trying to make sure that she's not
So
holding
why is
everything.
it easy for you to do it for her and not for yourself? You got to ask yourself that. Because someone said, don't take care of yourself, because that's what, and sometimes it's our mothers, right? Not in a negative. It's like because they were so busy trying to survive, they didn't take care of themselves, right? So I'm saying to you, you thrive. You thrive. You move from survival to thriving just by doing the little things I said. How do I want to feel today? Not neglecting yourself, not neglecting your self-care, not neglecting because you're an emotional person. Just stop and just feel. Self-love is the emotion, self-care is the act. It's all right. We could do facials, we could put on lotion. That's self-care. Self-love, to get on the vibration of the universe. Just sit for you as an emotional person and just feel the emotion of love. That's all you probably need to do to create it within yourself so it radiates, right? It's just feel love, or just feel appreciation and gratitude for you. Because you look at your daughter and the same feeling of love when you look at her and, oh, I love her so much. I love me so much. Just direct it in. Just direct it in. Just sit for you. Yeah, there you go. Ah, there you go. Just feel it. 20 seconds a day. See that smile on your face? That's all you need. You know, that's it. How do I love myself? 20 seconds. Just like every time you look at her and you love her, remind yourself, love me, love me, love me. Because if I don't love me, I'm no good for her. So start off with doing it for her. But honestly, like I said, when I got up every day, how do I want to feel? And I had to first, because we've been trained to do it for others, right? It's like I felt like at one point I eventually figured out I need to do it for me. I love me. I love me because I finally see me. I went through everything you went through, the needing validation. Am I good enough? You know what I mean? It's like I've been there, but my practice literally was every day. How do I want to feel? I am my priority when I wake up. It does not matter. Like I I'm grateful. Like I just harness positive emotions no matter what's going on. Circumstances don't matter. How I'm being matters most. Am I being kind? Am I being supportive to myself? Because guess what? If I don't support my dreams, I wouldn't have others supporting my dreams. Everything starts with you. So that's all I have to say. It's like, it's not you matter. How you feel matters most. How you feel matters most to that little girl. Start there. Then I matter most because she's going to grow up. She's going to leave. And you want to lay in bed and say, I know she'll be okay because guess what? I trust her. And she's going to make amazing decisions because you trust you. I believe in the good of everyone because again, I'm able to say, it's not, I don't carry. If you're not good, I learn not to carry your not goodness. That's you. Because that's the life you're creating. That I'm not gonna let your reality into my reality. So even if someone did something mean to me or something, you know, I don't carry it because it's how they view. I don't view that. So I'm not going to let you taint my world. Let my world stay my world. It may seem like my head is in a cloud, but I have the absolute amazing best friends and people around me because I don't want that in my space. Does that, you understand what I'm saying?
I feel
And
that so
I'm
much.
living, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
living my life. I'm chewing my food. I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm going to enjoy the people I am around. Like I controlled my life. Like I'm not out here trying to like carry your negativity. It's not mine to carry. So yeah, I just leave it there. I'm not here to save you. Like, you can read my page if you want to change, but you get the point I'm making. But it's not my responsibility. Because I say everybody is out here doing the best they can. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves peace. Everybody deserves everything you are looking for. Everything I'm looking for, you're looking for. That bad person is looking for it too. They just don't know how to get it, but I'm gonna work on how I'm gonna get it. So that's it. That's all it is. Everybody that's done you wrong, they just didn't know how to do you right. But do you right. That's all. Think about it. A lot of our parents didn't know how to love. Why be mad at them? Do your work so you don't have to worry about how you're living and who you're living with. That's it. That's it. I'm going to enjoy my time. We all have a finite amount of time. Enjoy it. Enjoy it with her. She's going to grow up.
That reminds me, my mom would say, she heard it from one of my cousins, you have to learn to love people for who they are and love them for who they aren't.
And that's it. And leave it there. That's not mine to carry. They, yes, you've hurt me, but that hurt is a memory, right? Think about it. Because you're not hurting me right now. You're not hurting me right now. It's a memory. Everyone that's hurt you, they're not hurting you right now. It's a memory. So when you yell at the customer service person, not you, but you know what I'm saying, they didn't do anything to you. It was someone else who took your toy away when you were 5 and you're mad at them. I'm just cuz like when people I'm not trivializing trauma.
No,
But honestly, sometimes it's just something as simple as that that triggers the treatment to others. But it could be something way deeper. But a lot of times it's little things that show up in little ways in our lives.
no, that's why I always make a point because I will have those moments. Like I will yell at my daughter and I will come back and I will have to say, I apologize. I got really upset. I yelled at you, and that was not the right response. This is what was really going on. And it was not right for me to take that out on you. So I apologize.
You know, I smile and I remember this because I always know the conversation I'm going to have with people. But when you said that, you're giving her what you always wanted. I actually thought about this before I had the conversation with you. You are giving your daughter the love, the care, the attention, the respect that you've always wanted. That's all that you're doing. See that. You're that aware of what she needs because you're that aware of what you needed but you did not get. And I know you understand that. You're giving her what you did not get. And that shows you that you already see yourself. You already see your trauma. Now I want you to see your possibilities. That's it. You already see your trauma. You're already responding to it, to her. Now see your possibilities. Homework. Really think about what do you want? Already, there's no huge, complicated, what do I go do to see myself? How do I want to feel every day? That's it. That's it. You're emotionally intelligent. So you could break down emotions. I want to feel whimsical today. I don't know why I chose that word, but you probably got it. But
Because
the
I have
more
a lack of whimsy in
you
my
see what
life,
I'm
and I
saying?
probably do need to feel whimsical.
So you're probably so emotional intelligent you can know the difference between whimsical versus playful versus right. So again, how do I want to feel today? It's your only work that builds the momentum to more. Period. It translates into all areas of your life. When you feel good, you create good. Period. You create possibilities, you create good, you create abundance. Everything that you're looking for in your life, when you feel good, you create good. Period. 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 It is as complicated as that. How do I see myself? Ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Period. I will repeat it 1,000 times. It is this simple. Beyond that, now I feel good. What good do I want to create in my life? What good, what possibilities, what momentum? What do I want to create in my life? You know what? I like helping people. So, what feels good when I'm helping people is A, B, C, D, E. That's it. I'm creating more good. And you know what? And because I am good at what I create and I feel good about my possibilities, maybe I make some extra money about it. Get where I'm going with it? If that's the challenge in your life. Okay, when I feel good, I love my home. My home is warm, it is full of laughter. Good people come into my home. People I don't want to be in my home, not in my home. Guess what? Because I care for my home and I love my home, The universe, infinite intelligence, which because I am on the vibration of the universe of feeling good, opens a pathway for me to get a bigger home because that's what I'm wanting. So again, when you feel good, you create good and you're open to the possibilities. You're open to the support, the love, the protection of infinite intelligence, God's source. Everything is on your side because you are vibrating on the language of the universe, which is positive emotions. Why positive emotions is a vibration of the universe? It's because we are born with built in well being. Well being, the word well is good being, well-being, positive well-being. We're born with well-being, right? And guess what? A well is also something that you drill down into and you pull sustenance like water from. So guess what? Because we're born with well-being, we're always tapped in to the source of infinite intelligence. So positive emotions is the language or the vibration of the universe because we were born on that vibration. It's all the other stuff that keeps us from that well-being. Get where I'm going? So now, I don't have to go and seek all these lessons in life. Guess what? Infinite intelligence that I'm already tapped into, the source of my well being, right, is going to point out situations as I go along my way that is not for me, that I picked up from someone else. And how does the language of the universe shows me that? Negative emotions. Got it? So when I feel negative emotions, I am blocking the source of my well being. So, but at the same time, I need to figure out how to unlearn. So, what do I do? If I say I have a negative emotions and I acknowledge, I explore, I figure out what I'm really thinking versus what I'm not thinking, or I see what the memory is attached to this negative emotion, right? I unlearn, it's a process, what I'm my memory, because it's detaching me from the well-being, right, of the universe. So that is the and my again, that is how you communicate, talk, connect, understand what you're going through for an emotionally intelligent person, where it's like, I'm not feeling good or I'm feeling good. But really, you are so attached, so already speaking the universal language. You just need to figure out and sort out. Now, when we have negative emotions, it shows us what we don't want. So we create what we do want. I don't want people that don't see me because it's something you're working on. So guess what? They're just bringing your attention to, I don't need them to see me. I see me. And because I see me, we go right back to, I see me, I feel good, I create good. You see what I'm saying? Because they have a purpose. The negative has a purpose. It's part of what helps us to create what we want. If you didn't have people that didn't see you, you would not have this intense need to see you and see your daughter. So you see her. You wouldn't have that intense desire to give her what you're giving her. So I don't people so the negative, the things you're unlearning, it's so bigger than you sometimes. It's you don't know everything. You don't know how many generations back right, has brought you to this moment to make her the person that creates the cure for something because you were her mother. You don't know, right? So we are just meant to do our job and realizing that everything is for us and we're unlearning. And it is good. It's not a bad thing that you've been through what you've been through, because you have the potential to create. You get where I'm coming from? Way more possibilities than you've ever imagined. Because of the strong intensity of not being seen, you strongly see her. And because of that, you don't know who she's gonna become because of what you've been through. It is not a coincidence she is your daughter. It is not a coincidence that you are who you are and who you are to her. So, as we go forward, it's not this complicated. We have a finite amount of time, even though we are infinitely supported. So, use all that wisdom every day. Possibilities. You've got this.